Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Friday Night Lights game of Highland football. Michael Carter alongside of Jay Grissom. And Jay, we're just talking a little bit about the weather here this evening. It was hot the last time we were at home. Now we're seeing everybody bundled up, jackets and hoodie season.
Yeah, it's finally fall football, right? So
Yeah.
it's good to get out here, get the juices flowing a little bit. I'm sure that the guys are not upset about these temperatures tonight. This is perfect weather to be playing football in.
All right, the 5-0 Highland Hornets taking on the Roosevelt Rough Raiders 2-3. You've been to a bunch of these games so far. Coach Gibbons, at the start of the season, after the first game or two, he said his defense had a lot of, growing to do. But you were talking about the defense against Talmadge and Barberton, and boy, they've really stepped up.
Yeah, I know. That game at Talmadge was such a big test for these guys. You're facing a spread them out, 5 wide attack. They've got a receiver that's going to Wisconsin. But what these guys were able to do that night was just really. I think we had at least 2, maybe 3 interceptions that night. Returned a punt for a touchdown. Just big play after big play. And watching them grow and get better every week has been really cool to see these guys, this group.
All right, the Hornets stepping onto the field for tonight's contest. In the Hornets 2-0, we were talking a little bit about the Suburban American standings. They are currently in a tie with Aurora, both 2-0, 2-0 in the conference. Aurora 4-1 currently, Highland 5-0. Aurora's playing out at Talmadge this evening, and Aurora's got a pretty good football team as well.
They sure do, and that's going to be an interesting score to watch tonight. I think that's going to be an interesting matchup over there. I know Aurora's always been one of those programs in this conference for the past few years. It's been a team to reckon with for sure. So, you don't want to get ahead of yourself on a night like tonight.
Yep.
You got to take care of what's in front of you. But, I think everybody's looking forward to that game coming down the pike as well.
All right, tonight's broadcast brought to you by North Gateway Tire. Their family serving your family since 1979 with an 8-bay operation. They are able to grow along with Medina over the years into a 27-bay full-service facility. For more information, visit North Gateway Tire at 4001 Pearl Road in Medina or at northgatewaytire.com. As we get ready to kick off the contest, Highland won the toss and deferred to the second half. Interesting call. What do you think?
I know if I was a head coach, that's exactly what I'd do, right?
Okay.
You want to be able to choose the direction you're kicking in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
And I think jitters-wise, it's always good to have your defense on the field to start a game. That's just me.
Hey, why
not? I don't get paid
right?
the big bucks to coach football, but I know that's what Coach Gibbons does very often when they win the toss.
All right, time to kick off here. Looking like John Smith in the back to receive, along with number 6, Parker D. Sadowski, and number 5, Tyrell Ellington, as we get ready to kick off this contest.
Got Jacob Dubkowski ready to kick off for the Hornets here. Done a nice job in his first year of playing football this year for the Highland Hornets.
First year. Some big pressure there. All right, kick is up here. That'll be John Smith, who catches it about the 12-yard line, will be pushed out at about the 23-yard line. Roosevelt will.
Like Timmy Wallace forced him out of bounds there.
Yep.
Nice coverage there by the Hornets to start the game off.
Like we said, the defense and special teams just really kind of picked it up over the last couple of weeks. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle the Roosevelt Rough Riders tonight. Like you said, they kind of have to, focus about what's in front of them. We've seen a couple of major upsets in college football over the past couple of weeks, so it's not out of the question.
Absolutely not. And you got to be where your feet are. And this is the game. This is the game you got in front of you right now. So be interesting to see. Kent coming off a big win at Copley last week in a high-scoring game.
All right, McCann hands it off. This tackle there. I believe that was number 51 for the Hornets.
Zach Weibel.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice job there, penetration. One of my favorite things watching this Hornets defense is watching the safety play.
Yep.
I think you've got 2 guys back there. in Creed Hill. Just watching Creed, the way he attacks the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a force player in the run game. And Chase Crutchley does the same.
Hand off again to Michael Bonanno there. Couldn't quite see who was at the bottom of that pile. I believe I saw 77, Ben Fern again. 2 clear tackles so far, 3rd and 13 here.
Nice job by the Hornets getting Kent behind the sticks here to start the game. This is exactly what you're looking to do when you defer.
Absolutely.
That coin toss. You're trying to get your 3 plays and get off the field.
Don't want to give him too much of an opportunity here to strike against you. You know, maybe throw something long downfield. Several wideouts here for the Rough Riders.
And I think everybody moved with the center.
Dead ball, false start, everybody in white, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Okay.
I don't know if our mics picked that up, but the referee agreed with our assessment up here.
Absolutely he did. You know, you see that like on the commercials. You never think you're going to hear that, right?
Right.
All right. I'm going to try this one again. 3rd and 18 at the 15-yard line. And the quarterback, low snap there. Almost intercepted by number 22, Creed Hill.
Yeah, McCann had time to make that throw. Just a little too far out in front, and Creed does a nice job. His ball skills back there are a force to be reckoned with.
If I remember correctly, in the game versus Brunswick, I think he had an interception or 2. So
he is a playmaker.
right, going to be punting it back here. And it was missed. Skirmish for the ball, I believe number 20, Timmy Wallace, fell on top of it.
That was Matt Syriac back in punt formation. Ball kicks away from him, but nice job there by Timmy Wallace getting on that ball and saving the possession for Highland.
Lincoln Wade tried to make a play out of it for the Rough Riders. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. Be a good chance here to see the offense, Jay. You know, a lot of big-name players on this offense, including Andrew Lertz, the quarterback, who has been really unstoppable so far this season.
You know, he's done a nice job so far. You know, a first-year starter. A handoff goes to Lucas Stiles.
Be brought down by number 23, Carlito Britt, and number 30, Teddy Macarone for the Rough Riders.
But Andrew, I think Andrew's doing exactly what the coaching staff's asking, and you know, he can make some plays, but he plays smart, not turning the ball over, and relying on the run game. You know, they got an offensive line that they can move the ball that way.
Right, handoff here.
Lertz kept it.
Looked like he tricked me even there. That was a good one. Number 71, Jerome Norton with the stop there.
Just shy of the 1st down. That'll bring up a 3rd and short.
One thing about Lertz is he's kind of got, you know, what's nice about him is he can throw, but he could also, you know, he can move around on the football as well. So create some big plays. Big run here.
It's nice to hand it to number 10.
Yes. Brought down by number 30, Teddy Macarone.
You know, Lucas has been such an important part of what this program's done for the past 3 years. And, you know, I think what he does defensively probably gets overlooked a little bit. But he is an outstanding linebacker. But, you know, done a really nice job in the running game so far this year as well.
All right, Lertz is back. There's the throw, and it is caught. It's going to be a touchdown for Highland, number 24.
It's Johnny Silico running up the seam.
Big play there by Lertz.
Yeah, nice little fake. threw a nice ball right up the seam. And Johnny did a nice job getting his hands on that. That was pretty good coverage.
Absolutely.
But what a nice start here for the Hornets.
Get back to Lucas Stiles in a second. When they go back to defense, the kick is up and it is good. So 7-0 Highland as we continue through the first quarter. 8:11 left in the first quarter. So about 4 minutes knocked off. Not too bad there.
No, that's
Highland.
That's
a good drive.
That's a nice drive. You know, I think you see what they're looking to do tonight, and they're going to get the ball downhill. They're going to work downhill. They're going to rely on those guys up front. But then you can work in those play action passes with Andrew. Andrew Lurtz does a nice job with that stuff. So.
I know we were talking a little bit about Lucas Stiles and his running ability. Senior, 5'11", 220, nice defensive player, but he can really move on the field. And when he gets the ball, he tends to create holes just on his own.
He does. And I tell you, the thing that surprises me every time I see it, and I've seen it for 3 years, is the way he can run away from people.
Right.
You know, when he gets into open space, he is going to run away from people. And, you know, his big play ability to lower the shoulder and gain that extra 3 yards, or if he bounces off that tackle, he is a tough guy to catch.
Right. Highland set to kick the ball off here.
Jake Dubkowski back again there.
And kick is up, and I believe caught by Tyrell Ellington, who is taken down by a host of players there.
Really nice coverage there by the Hornets.
Number 11, number 42 of the Hornets.
It's Chase Crutchley.
And Tommy Shondell.
Tommy Shondell. Both getting down there quickly. I mean, he received that ball, what, the 20-yard line, 19-yard line. That's a 3-yard return on a kickoff. Couldn't ask for anything more than that.
Absolutely not. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line. 8:04 to play here in the first quarter. Highland up 7-0 as we kick off our third drive of the evening. Another low snap there. Quarterback falls on it, and a loss of, what, about 5, maybe 4?
Yeah, it looks like a loss of 5 on the play. You know, those are tough situations. You know, in a game like this, that's not yardage you can give up.
Right.
You know, and you can't get behind the sticks against this defense. You're going to put yourself in a whole heap of trouble real quick.
A couple of tough snaps. Of course, they had that big false start penalty in the first drive. Like you said, it's tough to kind of come back from those mistakes. We noticed some of those, not really errors, in the Brunswick game during the last home game here, but Highland was kind of slow out of the gate. You know, took their time, and as the play clock is running down, the Rough Riders will call a timeout here. You know, Highland had a real slow start to the Brunswick game, and me and Greg were talking about it during the halftime part of the program during that game. Kind of had to step it up a little bit. I don't know what Coach Gibbons said to them in the locker room, but when they came out, it was like watching an entirely different football team.
I'm sure it was spirited.
Well, you coach baseball, so you've gotten into those positions,
yeah,
right?
sure. And you know, that's tough spots to be in. And, you know, early in the season, you're dealing with some young guys who are getting their first taste at these big games, and that time of year, you don't know anything about these teams. You don't know how good they are. You don't know exactly what you're up against, and you know, there's some nerves that show. I was at the Berea Mid-Park game that we opened up, and same thing. Not the prettiest first half of football, but able to put it together and put a nice showing together.
All right, 2nd and 15 here from the 17-yard line. Another low snap. Play to number 5, Tyrell Ellington, for a gain of about 8 there, maybe.
That's a nice play there. McCann, patient in the pocket there. Hornets bringing pressure, but he throws a nice ball over the middle, just a little crossing route, and it gets them to 3rd and manageable, which is exactly what you're looking to do in that situation.
I wanted to call that a 10-yard gain, and I was a little nervous about it, and it was exactly 10 yards. So,
good eyes.
Right, 3rd and 5 here. And the Rough Riders are really having problems here early on. Looks like, what was that, Cameron Dent.
Cameron Dent. Yeah, it's just a simple little pick play on the outside, just trying to create a little bit of space. If that pass is completed, they got a shot at a first down, but Hornets have forced them into punt formation here.
And, you know, of course, we're going to go back to your coaching baseball. So your pitcher and catcher sort of have to be able to communicate with each other. In this situation, your center and quarterback got to kind of be able to play together, and they're having a really, really tough time here in the first quarter early on.
You know, it's so important timing-wise with everything you do. If those snaps are low or to the side, as that punt goes off of the side of his foot.
It's like about the 55-yard line, maybe?
He's still walking it up. Hornets will take over at the 46.
55. Listen to me. I had to think about
we knew what you
for a
meant.
second.
I wasn't going to say anything.
That's okay. I had to think about that for quite a minute. Oh, man. It's the kind of humor you get on this show, folks,
right.
though, right? We got the broadcast brought to you tonight by North Gateway Tire. Mike Carter alongside of Jay Grissom as we call tonight's action. Stop there by number 36, Marcus Boyd.
That's Noah Robinson on the carry for Highland. And, you know, we've talked a lot about Lucas in the backfield, and Noah has been such a huge addition to this offense. Lucas is not going to come off the field on defense. No. This is where they can get him a blow. And Noah has done a really nice job, a bit of a change of pace, but has had an outstanding year so far for Highland.
Right. Let's
go right back to him.
And a bunch of defenders trying to take him down there. Main tackler on the play was number 31, Justin Schwaben. 3rd and 3 here on the 39. Or the 62, depending on which field you're looking at. 61, excuse me.
You got a third and 3 here. This is playbook's wide open here. Handoff goes to Stiles. That's going to be plenty enough for the first down. Another good, tough run for Lucas. Down to the 25-yard line.
Looks like he was taken down there by number 20, Lincoln Wade, with the play there. First and 10 at the 25-yard line. Just under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. And in motion, that was a really good fake there.
Yeah, you know, that's one of the staples of this offense is, you know, they're going to show you that jet motion. They're going to hand that jet sometimes to Johnny Silico coming across there. You know, they can play action pass off of it, or you give it to Lucas on the read play there.
Creed Hill made a really good just kind of impression as he looked like he was going to catch the ball and just take off with it. They didn't fall for it, but back in motion again. This time they do get it to him.
Oh, nice move there by Creed.
This time they do try that trick play, and it worked. It'll take him down to about the 3-yard line. 3.5 maybe.
I'm going to bring up 1st and goal.
Pass there for a touchdown to number 5.
That's Matt Syriac on the catch there for the Hornets. Another really good ball there by Andrew Lurtz. Just a quick out, get it out of your hand as quick as you can, put it on him. Matt Syriac makes the play. Hornets go up 13-0 with the extra point to come.
Right, 13-0 here. 3:47 left in the first quarter. Kick is up, and it is good. 14-0. 3:47 left in the first quarter.
Another really nice drive there by the Hornets.
Yep.
You know, just it doesn't have to be big plays, right? You know, they're running their offense. They're showing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and put together a nice mix there, working it down the field. Got good field position to start.
Yep.
And took advantage of it.
Really mixing it up well too, right? I mean, you know, good mix of running plays, pass plays, and everything seems to be kind of flowing and coming together.
Yeah, I think it's fun to call a game as an offensive coordinator when you've got so many weapons and you've got so many things that you can do, and you know, Hornets off to exactly the kind of start that they were hoping for tonight.
Right. All right, we'll see what the Rough Riders can do with this here. Haven't really been able to return much. The special teams line has been strong for Highland tonight. And just about fumbled there. That'll be number 6, Parker DeSadaki, taken down by a host of Hornets there.
Saw Jason Sambor in on that play.
Nice.
Really good coverage again there by the Hornets.
Be working on getting some scores from the other parts of the Suburban League, but Talmadge takes on Aurora tonight. Barberton versus Revere. We've got Cuyahoga Falls and Copley, and our next task is coming up against Revere right here at home next week. That should be a good game.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting matchup there. You know, Revere's had their struggles at times, but they're 1-1 in the conference right now, I believe. Lucas Stiles on the hit there.
That would be number 22 on the carry. That's Michael Bonanno, 5'9", senior for the Rough Riders.
That's what Kent needs on first down, right? You know, you need positive yardage. They get a 4-yard carry there. Now they've got options, you know, going into this set of downs here.
That's really what you need, right? Just, you know, a couple of those quick hitting plays. They don't need anything huge, just a couple yards at a time. Man in motion, another dropped snap there, and a big sack. The outside, I believe that is number 2, Mitchell Good.
I'll tell you what, Mitchell Good has been all over the place every week this year as an outside linebacker. He's a playmaker. He's got, off the top of my head, I remember at least one interception. But he's athletic, he's smart, and he is a hitter. You know, he does a nice job from that weak side linebacker position.
Right, 3rd and 13 at the 20-yard line here. Better snap there. And an incomplete pass that'll bring up 4th down.
Looking to get the ball to John Smith there. Pass just comes out low.
We talked a little bit about off the air about a lot of these kids kind of do double duty. They play different sports. You know, what's it like as the baseball coach kind of watching them kind of develop themselves here? Obviously, you know, there's a strength and conditioning standpoint. You know, you don't have to worry about them in the off season, right?
No, absolutely. And the Syriac on that return.
Taken down by number 14, Jeremy Reiger.
It was a nice hit there on that.
Was.
You know what? I was a 3-sport athlete myself.
Okay.
I'm never. I hear about these kids sometimes getting pushed to, you know, focus on one sport. You know, this, that, the other thing. I think it's so important to be involved in multiple athletics, whatever it is.
Yep.
We've got guys that play soccer. We've got football guys. We've got wrestlers. We've got basketball players.
Nice.
I think as Lertz keeps that one up the middle.
Taken down there by number 9, Carson D. Sadaki.
Nice read there by Andrew.
Yep.
Keeping that one and picking up about 15. No, but I think it's so important. I think the best thing I've ever heard anybody say about it. You look at how many collegiate athletes were multi-sport guys at the high school level, and you can't compete. You can't practice competition.
Right.
So just being out here competing on a Friday night is so important for these guys.
Pass up here. Play broken up by number 20, Lincoln Wade. I believe that was number 4, Tommy Turk.
You know what? Just trying to get a little fade route there. That was excellent coverage on that play. And Andrew threw that ball where only Tommy had a shot at it. Falls incomplete, but still 2nd and 10 here.
And you never know where those multi-sport players are going to end up, right? I lived in Mississippi for a little bit. There was a guy by the name of Anthony Alford who played football and baseball, and he swore up and down as Lertz hands the ball off here to number 15, Noah Robinson, I believe. Make sure I'm reading that number right. Yep,
that
number
was
15.
well blocked by
Very
the
nice.
Hornets. Caved down that side of the defense, and Noah had nothing but green space in front of him there.
But back to what we're talking. Of course, the Blue Jays wanted Anthony Alford, and he swore up and down, I want to play football. I want to play football, and it's amazing as the kick is up and it is good. What some of these major league teams will do in that situation, Toronto said, okay, you give up your baseball eligibility, we'll let you play football. I mean, it's, at the college level.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You never know what's going to come, right?
Right.
You may get them to bend a little.
Yeah, you don't know where your opportunity is going to come. And the fact of the matter is you've got 4 years to play high school athletics.
Yep.
Right. And I wouldn't change my path athletically at all. I wish I was better at anything that I did, right?
That's why I umpire baseball and doesn't play, okay?
Oh, but, I just think it's great to see these guys. And it's so much fun to see, my baseball guys out here. Lertz is a baseball player. Turk's a baseball player. Shondell's a baseball player. Mitchell Good is a baseball player. Seeing these guys out here on Friday nights competing. Logan Marquis. We've got a number of guys out here. It's just so fun to see them out here competing and seeing smiles on their faces after games on Friday nights.
Good to see a good crowd here at North Gateway Tire Stadium. Highland with a big showing here this evening. One thing about Highland, they love their football here, that's for sure.
Yes, we do.
Returned by number 3.
Nice job breaking that tackle.
John Smith. That was a heck of a job there.
Yes, it was.
It's like number 11 was involved there. That would be Chase Crutchley, one of the safeties. The 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. One of their better returns there for the Rough Riders.
Yeah, get them out here, get a little bit better field position.
I think the Rough Riders are hoping they can get downfield a little bit in this with about 1:13 left to go. It's 21-0. The Hornets with 1:13 to play. And a missed opportunity there. Again, big loss. What, a loss of about 12 maybe?
Just makes it really tough offensively.
Yep.
That's something they got to get ironed out.
It's going to be a long night for those guys if they can't get it together. Just having a tough time here. The center and the quarterback just not communicating well with each other at the start of this game. And I can only imagine what head coach Alan Vanderink is going to say to them going into the half, because he cannot be happy right now. High snap. Big play there by, might be able to see his 22. Been calling him a lot, Creed Hill.
You know, and that's exactly kind of what we were talking about here at the start of the game, the safety play on this defense with Crutchley and Hill getting downhill. They are force players at the line of scrimmage from the safety position.
Yeah.
And, you know, Highland runs a base 4-3 defense. It's like playing with 5 linebackers.
Yep.
That brings the first quarter to an end.
21-0 here as we get ready to enter the second quarter. Broadcast this evening brought to you by North Gateway Tire, our family serving your family since 1979. We're able to grow with Medina over the years into a 27-bay full-service facility. With over 100 years experience as a team, we strive to keep up with the needs of the community in order to provide the highest quality of service people in our community deserve. For more information, visit northgatewaytire.com. Michael Carter alongside of Jay Grissom on the call here for tonight's game. And, you know, while it's the Boys of Fall, you know, there's a lot of participants. We talked a little bit off about the band. We've got some great cheerleaders down here as well. They really kind of keep the fans kind of pumped up and into the game.
Well, it's just, you know, the extracurriculars and how many different ways can you be involved. And,
right.
You know, our band here at Highland has always done an outstanding job. Always one of the bigger bands that you're going to see in the conference. And then our cheerleaders are out here fighting the cold weather like everybody else, right? So it's an event every Friday night.
Oh, yeah. Right, 3rd and 22 here. And a long pass, almost intercepted there by Matt Syriac.
That's a really nice job by Syriac undercutting that route, trying to high point that football. I'm sure he wishes he caught that.
Yep.
But a nice job defensively by Matt on that play. Matt's another one of the guys that goes both ways for the Hornets, playing corner on the defensive side and one of the top receivers on the team as well.
A couple of scores from around the area. Talmadge currently leading Aurora 6-0 in the first quarter. It's a suburban conference game. It's the punt there taken to about the, get it right this time, 48-yard line.
I thought it was going to be the
52?
50, yeah. But 48 sounds right.
Yeah.
You know, again, you know, we talked about, you know, when you get behind the sticks offensively, you know, with the miscues,
yep.
You know, now Highland's got the ball in Rough Rider territory to start their drive again. And this is exactly what an offensive coordinator is looking for.
All right, Lertz hands the ball off. A big run here down the sidelines, down to the 20, and a couple of Rough Riders there. That'll be number 4, Ethan Wills, and number 17, Jay Dennison.
Lucas Stiles there on the carry. Gets that edge. And like we were saying, once he gets some open space, he can get those feet moving. Big gain
very
there.
quick.
He
is
is
amazing.
He's got great feet.
Right, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. 11:31 left to go here in the second quarter. And in motion. And they stripped it from number 5, Matt Syriac there. And number 5, Tyrell Ellington.
What a play by Tyrell Ellington.
That was a very nice strip of the football.
I mean, he went in looking to do one thing, and that was to take the football away, and he made it happen. That's exactly the type of play that Kent needed at this stage in the contest. They need a big play. Now they need the offense to go out and move the football.
Now they need to capitalize here with 11:22 left to go. You know, this is kind of one of those momentum drives, correct? I mean, you know, you got to make something happen here.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you get the big play defensively. Now it's on the offense to make something happen here.
Right, the Rough Riders take possession on the 12-yard line, 1st and 10. Good snap there. Throwing over the middle and was broken up by number 20.
Timmy Wallace on the coverage there.
Very nice coverage.
Very nicely done by Timmy on that play.
John Smith tried to make a play out of it and dove for the football, just missed it.
Just no room to work.
Yeah, be second down here. Second and 10 at the 12-yard line. Rough Riders trying to figure out what they want to do here. And I believe we have a penalty marker.
Dead ball, false start, number 5 on the offense, 5-yard penalty.
It's the second false start penalty for the Rough Riders here this evening. Cannot make those mistakes in this spot.
You know, play clock winding down there. Got under 3 seconds. But, you know, just not a mistake you can make at this end of the field.
Lost 5 there, and we go again. Second and 15. And it was deflected by number 51.
Zach Weibel getting that big paw up there.
It's a very big jump by Zach to get the football.
Well, at 6'3", 225, he's a hard guy to throw around. And you know what I like, though, there? He does a nice job. He realizes he's not going to get there on the pass rush. He gets his hands up, and he makes a play.
And it takes some thought, right? I mean, you got to do some split-second thinking there. But, you know, you realize, hey, I'm not going to get to the guy. I might as well give it a shot and jump in.
I'm not going to get home, but I'm still going to be a force player on this. And he was exactly that.
Read the quarterback's eyes well there. Another tough snap there and an incomplete pass. It'll make it 4th down. And the Highland football team here going to receive the ball.
Pass intended for Tyrell Ellington. Looked like he had a little bit of room to work there if he can secure that thing. But Hornets force him into punt formation again here.
11:02 left in the second quarter. And a tough punt here. So we'll stop at about the 37-yard line, 63-yard line, depending on which field you're looking at. We're just going to be our joke all night.
I like it.
Hey, what the heck. All right, 10:51 left, and it's been all Highland so far. The offense has just been phenomenal.
Yeah, done a really nice job so far tonight, and you know, working their way through the playbook. They've had success in the passing game. They've had success on the edges. They've had success up the middle. Things are kind of wide open for Highland at this point in time.
All right, Lurtz hands the ball off, up the middle. Big play here.
Tough man to tackle.
Stopped by number 17, Jaden Dennison, and number 53, Ethan Humbert of the Rough Riders.
Gain of about 17 on that.
Have an injury timeout here. Injury down on the field. That'd be number 5, Tyrell Ellington, who's made some big plays so far. He is down on the field currently. So while we work through this injury timeout, we were talking a little bit about some of the other people who kind of make the football Friday nights go on, the band, the cheerleaders.
Absolutely. So I think, you know, just recognize our varsity cheerleaders tonight, led by Coach Laura Keeling, Olivia Cassidy, Colleen Clark, Cassidy Cook, Carly Kostelak, Carly Crandall, Alexis Dolan, Grace Ann Eaton, Emma Fellner, Alexis Filote, Regan Fungfeld, Tony Inaj, and Faye Lee on the sidelines for the Hornets tonight.
Right. Number 5, Tyrell Ellington, going to walk off under his own power, but he is definitely limping. So be questionable as to whether or not he will return to tonight's contest after a couple of big plays by Tyrell. He's been a big part of their offense here tonight.
Yeah, he's obviously a guy that they rely on that side of the football. So it's going to be Styles again.
Will be taken down by number 6 and forced out, I believe, by number 9 there. That'd be Carson D. Sadaki, who we've called a few times tonight.
Just another well-blocked play. Hornets just doing a nice job controlling the line of scrimmage.
Yep. Wirtz hands the ball off, and that will be a touchdown. I believe that was Lucas Stiles running it in for the play. That'll be 27-0 here. Lucas
Stiles a little slow to get up.
Yeah, he's limping just a little bit maybe, but running off the field. It's a way to play through the pain, right? Run off like nothing ever happened.
Well, that's a wrestler's mentality, and he's a wrestler. So I'm sure that we're going to see him in about 30 seconds playing middle linebacker too. So
it's quick, hurry up, get off the field, so you don't have to sit for a play, right? You just get off the line and stretch it out a little bit and hope for the best. And the kick is good. 28-0, 10-14 left in the second quarter.
Nice job there by Jacob Dubkowski coming in, knocking it through. Another one of my baseball guys.
Couple of scores from around the district. Talmadge and Aurora, 6-0. Of course, across the Akron area, Akron East up 7-0 over Akron North. Avon taking on North Ridgeville tonight, leading 21-0. So some kind of lopsided scores. I'm scrolling through the list here. So we'll try to find out some more of the Suburban League scores. A couple of really big games. We play Revere coming up here next week. They are currently taking on Barberton. And then, of course, we have Cuyahoga Falls and Copley also taking on one another this evening.
I think that Talmadge Aurora game is going to be an interesting one for sure. When we played at Talmadge that night, I mean, that is a very good football team. We had a good night, certainly. But I think that's an interesting matchup.
Copley Cuyahoga Falls is 0-0 through the first quarter. Right. Kick is up here. Caught by number 3, John Smith. Taken down by a couple of Hornets. That's number 34 and number 20.
It's Jason Sambor, number 34.
And number 20, Timmy Wallace.
I'll tell you what, Jason Sambor making a name for himself tonight on special teams. Hey, I get to watch him play on Saturdays on the JV, and he is a guy that is, he's got a bright future in this program. Plays a little running back, plays some linebacker, and is not afraid to hit anybody. Big part of the rugby program here at Highland as well.
The quarterback trying to get away here, and he is going to be sacked by number 6, number 77. 6
is Jack Capitosto.
And Ben Fern made a couple of big plays tonight already.
Yes.
And, we talked, a little bit about, watching teams grow and, kind of building off your freshman and JV teams. Coach Gibbons has really got to be paying attention to some of these big-name guys who are making names for themselves, not only on the JV team on Saturdays, but stepping up on this Friday night program and, maybe getting some playing time and playing some strong ball.
Sure, and I think it's, it's really important, the way that these guys can showcase what they do. Freshmen playing Thursdays, JV playing Saturdays. Going to be another false start.
Dead ball, false start. Number 5 on the offense.
But what Coach Gibbons does so well, I'm helping coach the 8th grade football team.
Yeah.
He's involved at every level.
It's good.
And, when we're playing at home, Coach Gibbons is going to be there in the second half when he gets done with his practice up here. He's going to come down and check out those guys so he sees what's coming up through the program.
And it's big, you want to be able to build your program up. I mean, obviously, having a big-time returning team and another tried to block there. Play broken up by number 2,
Mitchell Good on the coverage. from the linebacker position. Also Savon Hollis and Chase Crutchley out on that side of the field. Just know where to throw that ball.
Right. As I'm looking down through the roster of Highland, and we talked a little bit about your baseball team having a lot of returning players. It looks like, there's a good amount of seniors on this team, but from the looks of things, there's a lot of 10th and 11th grade kids who are going to be able to kind of step up next year and play some strong varsity ball.
Yeah, I think this program is in really, really good shape at this point, and that ball's tipped and falls incomplete.
Tyrell Ellington tried to make a play of it and almost put it into the hands of number 8, Matt Haney there.
Yeah, I know the freshman team's having a good year. I know the JV team's having a good year. Our 8th grade team's having a nice year. I'm sure that Coach Gibbons is happy to see what's going on at all levels in this program right now.
Right, another punt here. And a fair catch signal. I believe that went out at about the 33-yard line.
Hornets going to have really, really good field position again to start this drive.
And it has been all Hornets offense here tonight. And again, they're not really, they're not doing anything crazy special either. It's just those hard knocking plays, those big runs, those big, kind of short passes, just trying to make something happen, and it's all working out for him so far.
Yeah, and they've owned the line of scrimmage,
Yep.
and when you're winning up front, this is the type of showing you're going to get out of it.
And in motion here, number 22, nice tackle there by Michael Bonanno.
Johnny Silico on that handoff. The old jet sweep. Johnny does a nice job there, getting it wide, picking a spot to get up the field, and gains about 8 yards out of it.
He's seconded 2 at the 25, 8:29 left to go, running clock here. All right. Lertz faked the handoff there. Open field catch there by number 42. That is Tommy Shondell.
Nice play action there. Got all the action moving to the offense's left. Lertz does a nice job with ball skills there, showing the football, pulling it. Quick little boot action. Shondell's wide open in the flat.
That was a really good play there by the Hornets as well. They had the defense all the way to the left. Lertz was able to fan out right and just kind of take off. High formation here. Going to run the ball. He'd be taken down there by, I believe, number 31.
No, Robinson on the carry there.
Christian Schwaben with the tackle. Nice run there.
Yeah, nice tough carry there. Noah's got a little bit more, little side to side. He's got some quickness, but he is not afraid to get in there and mix it up, put his head down, and gain that extra couple yards at the end either.
And the Hornets will call a timeout here with 7:39 left to go in the second quarter. So as we've talked about Highland's schedule over the next couple of weeks, we've got Revere here at home. We have Cuyahoga Falls and Aurora away, and then to close out the season, they'll have Copley, currently undefeated at 5-0. So, Coach Gibbons has got to be kind of, starting to look towards the future. Obviously, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself, but there's a playoff caliber team here.
Oh, for sure. And right now, number one in the region, computer points wise. Associated Press has Highland tied for 3rd in the state.
Nice.
In Division II. So they're getting the respect. But from a coach's perspective, I'm sure that Coach Gibbons really doesn't care about that right now.
Right.
So he wants these guys to stay focused on what they're doing right now, and they've done a nice job of that.
Low handoff. It does not matter. Another touchdown here for Highland.
Just another really well-blocked play there.
The touchdown goes to number 15, Noah Robinson there on the carry. 7:33 left to go, 34-0 Highland in the second quarter.
Peyton Janikis, the holder.
It is up, and it is good. So the Highland Hornets, a commanding lead here. 35-0 with 7:33 to go.
Yeah, I think this is exactly what Coach Gibbons was hoping for tonight.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of game left, but now you're getting into a situation where you're going to be able to start mixing some guys in, start getting some guys some looks, protecting some guys, certainly. Just try and finish this thing off the right way.
See Coach Gibbons kind of take a look back at who he's got left on the bench there, maybe trying to scope out a few players. Who do we want to bring in? I believe, is that the offensive coordinator beside him there? Can't tell who that is. Maybe kind of discussing who they want to kind of give a chance to.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're going through what kind of changes they want to make.
The kick is up. It'll be caught at about the 18-yard line.
Nice stiff arm there.
Absolutely. Nice tackle by number 16.
It's Joey Zywick on the play there for the Hornets.
They'll take over about the 23-yard line. 7:28 left to go in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime, we will get to see the bands play. That's one of the signature parts of this broadcast, is watching the bands at halftime. They put in a lot of really heavy work throughout the season, so it's nice to see them showcased.
Absolutely, and I know how much time those guys put in. I mean, they're out here just like the football team all summer long, you know, for hours and hours through the summer working on it and putting their show together, and it's nice to see them get to showcase their talents at halftime.
Handoff here, and a host of blockers there.
I think there were 10 Hornets in on that tackle.
Number 22, Michael Bonanno with the carry there. Be second down and 8 on the 25-yard line.
We are starting to see some fresh faces on the field. I see Joey Zywick in at a safety position. Jason Sambor playing linebacker.
Big play coming here. Big catch. Did he stay in bounds? The referee rules it is a catch. To number 3, John Smith. Good job keeping those feet in bounds.
Really nice ball there too. I mean, that was excellent coverage by the Hornets. You know, Zywick over there, but you know, threw that ball where one guy can make the play, and he did.
John Smith, a big play there, was able to keep his feet in bounds. One of the first big plays of the evening.
Exactly what the Rough Riders needed there.
Another big play coming across. Ooh, what a hit there. Big hit by number 11, Chase Crutchley. And number 6, Parker D. Sadaki is down after that. A big hit there by Crutchley.
Yeah, that's a tough spot there. You know, anytime you're working over the middle of the field, you know these Highland safeties are in the area, and you know, Chase does a nice job coming in and breaking that pass up. And
kudos to the officiating crew here tonight, kind of letting them play. You know, it's football, right?
Yes.
You know, just kind of letting them play on a play like that. You know, sometimes you see a flag, sometimes you don't,
yeah.
And big hit, and you know, referees letting them go.
Well, I think Chase did a nice job there. You know,
yep.
Making sure he didn't drop his head.
Yep.
It was you know, the hit was with the shoulder. It was a clean play. It was a violent play, but a clean play.
Yes, very much so. All right, 2nd and 10 here at the 50 after that play broke it up. Number 22 on the carry, a big stop there by number 2 and number 8 of the Hornets. It's Mitchell Good.
Matt Haney.
Matt Haney with the stop.
Nice job there by the Hornets.
Be about a 2-yard gain, taking about the 52-yard line. We're on the 48-yard line, 3rd and 8. All right, offense lining up here on a 3rd down and 8. And I heard a screaming of timeout there.
I believe.
Timeout. Highland, your second first half.
You know, in these games like this too, as a coaching staff, you want to stay sharp,
Yep.
right? You know, I mean, the score is what the score is, but you know, even as you're making your changes, you want to do things right. You want to do things the right way. You want to be sharp with everything that you're doing. So, you know, even in a situation like that, if they were misaligned, maybe the personnel was wrong, whatever the case may be, you know, Coach Gibbons is going to step in. He's going to call timeout. Let's get it right. Let's not give any, you know, no free plays to Kent here. Let's just make sure that we're sharp with everything we do.
And I believe they called that a Rough Riders timeout, which is impressive because I heard them screaming timeout all the way over here.
Wow, that is impressive.
I thought it was Coach Gibbons there for a second. But 35-0, 5:53 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. And like I said, the way they were screaming it, I thought for sure it was
Sounded like it was
Highland.
from the row right in front of us here.
Quarterback back here. Big throw coming up downfield. No penalty flag, even though the receiver wants it. Play broken up by number 20, Timmy Wallace.
Timmy, another excellent job in coverage there. You know, you may want a flag on that, but Timmy gets his head around. He's making a play for the football. Nothing more than incidental contact.
Yep.
And did a really, really nice job.
Jade Dennison was the intended receiver there. It'll be 4th and 8 at the 48-yard line. Again, the officiating crew letting them play here. We've only had 3 penalties. They've all been false starts. So 15 yards in penalties so far. And
Nice punt there.
very nice. Take it back to about the 7-yard line.
So Hornets with their by far worst starting field position of the night.
And as we get ready for this drive, again, 5:34 left to go. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by North Gateway Tire. Mark Carter alongside of Jay Grissom with you here this evening. It's been a good night for the Highland football team on this brisk night in Northeast Ohio. Great football weather. This is what it is, right?
Yes. Been waiting for this.
Low snap. And that'd be number 15.
It's Noah Robinson. It looks like Peyton Janikis has taken over the quarterback position.
It's taken down there by number 31, Justin Schwauben. Janikis got to see some playing time against Brunswick. Did pretty well against them as well.
Yeah, he's a nice change of pace. Runs the ball well. You know, certainly a good athlete.
And they hand the ball off here.
He's going to keep that one.
Yeah, he got me again there. There you go. What are you going to say?
Well, that's another one of those slower developing plays where he's keeping the ball in his hands, reading that defensive end.
Taken down by Ethan Humbert.
And he made the right read there, kept that thing, and picked up the first down.
And one thing about Highland here, you know, they have both players kind of running together, so you really don't know who's got the ball unless you're, you know, right there in front of them. So, right, 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Nice play there. Big run here down the sidelines. Ooh, big hit there by number 31. Big play by number 24, Johnny Silico.
You know, and that's a quick play action, just throwing a little bubble out in the flat and letting one of the fastest players on your roster in Johnny Silico get the ball in his hands and make a play. Nice job there by Peyton, getting that ball out of his hands and Johnny making a play with it.
Silico was able to carry a couple of defenders with him, gained a couple extra yards. And a keeper here. Wasn't going to trick me that time. Taken down by number 4, Ethan Wills of the Rough Riders.
Gain of about 3.
2nd and 7, 350, about 350 left to go in the second quarter. Highland leading Roosevelt 35-0 here.
Valuable reps for some of these guys now.
Yep.
You know, get to get out here underneath the lights on a Friday night. Certainly haven't made wholesale changes at this point, but starting to see some different faces.
Right, and the quarterback in trouble there was taken down by number 36, Marcus Boyd. The linebackers.
Nice play there by Marcus Boyd.
First kind of big loss for the Hornets here this evening. It'll be 3rd and 16 at 36.
Yeah, Highland has not been behind the sticks very often tonight, but
good practice, though, for Janikis. He needs to be able to work out of these situations
Sure.
and kind of figure out, you know, how to get into a good spot.
every rep's a good rep.
There's the snap. Janikis throws. Nice play. Way to stay up, and he was hit, probably gaining about another, 3 or 4 yards there.
It's Johnny Silico on the catch. Another, you know, like you're saying, just a nice job of fighting hard for a couple extra yards. Gets it to a 4th and 5. I'm sure Highland's gonna punt this ball away, but
This will be, I believe, the first punt by Highland tonight.
I believe that is correct.
Number 3, John Smith, one of the quicker wide receivers and defensive backs for the Rough Riders, back to catch the punt. Nice punt here. It was almost like the ground, was like solid there. I mean, the ball just kind of hit and stopped.
Yes.
About the 18-yard line.
That punt was Tommy Turk. Nice job there, executing the punt. Flipping field position, if nothing else.
Minute 52 left to go here in the first half.
Personal foul, number 2 on the return team. Half distance to the goal. Start right there.
Big penalty there. Personal foul against the Rough Riders. And once
Just not the type of mistakes you can make in a game like this.
unnecessary roughness against the Rough Riders. And that's their 4th penalty of the night. And you're going to lose, let's see, that ball was at the 18-yard line, so it's going to go back to about the 9 or so, 9.5, give or take. Big loss there with about a minute 52 left to go. And as a head coach, I mean, you know, you have to kind of keep guys in check a little bit as a baseball head coach. How do you, in these situations, obviously, you know, you're down 35-0, but in a baseball game you get down 4, 5, 6-0, you know, late in the game. Is a big play here by number 6, Parker D. Sadaki. How do you kind of keep their heads kind of in the game and keep those things from happening?
I think it's a conscious effort by everybody, right? I mean, you know, any game that you're in, you know, there's going to be the ups and downs. There's going to be the emotions that come into play, and
Yep.
so much of everything you do is about how you handle those emotions. And you know, I think it's a mindset, and it's expectations, and that's really all that you can do with it.
All right, pass over the middle to D. Sadaki, and it is incomplete. Broke it up by number 34. That'd be Jason Sambor. Yeah, been calling him a lot here this evening.
It's a nice game tonight.
Yeah.
Nice to see Jason flying around the field.
All right, we're going to be looking at about 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line. Minute 18 left to go here in the first half.
I see Tyler Kildew has checked into the game. Ryan Zywick has checked into the game on the defensive line for the Hornets.
And they're going to pass it down the line there. to number 20, Lincoln Wade. Stopped there by number 3, Savon Hollis.
Good ball there.
Yep.
Well thrown ball by McCann.
They're trying to get down the line here. The 3rd and 1. Looks like more like a 3rd and 1.5, but they're at the 37-yard line. Minute 12 to go. Good job getting out of bounds there. And a big play overthrown there. Number 6, Parker D. Sadaki was the intended receiver.
Nice coverage there by the Hornets. Making sure everybody's accounted for, bringing up a 4th down. Looks like Kent's going to be going for this one.
We will take on, it looks like a timeout here. Final timeout.
So they've got 1 timeout left. So this is a good situation for these young guys that are getting a shot here, because you've got a 4th and 1. You got 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the half.
Yep.
Kent's obviously trying to make something happen here. I'm sure that Coach Meyer, the defensive coordinator for Highland in that huddle right now, is telling these guys, watch the football.
Yep.
You could see them come out, just do a hard count, try and draw us off sides, get that cheap 1st down. Or they could do the exact opposite of that and try and go quick.
Yep.
and get a quick one. So discipline here, watch the football, make sure that you see what's happening in front of you.
Still have a timeout left as well to burn. 4th and 1 on the run.
He is stacked
wow.
up.
Big stop there by number 21, Logan Akers. Very nice play there by Logan. So we talked a little bit earlier, we'll play Revere next week. Currently 0-0 out in Revere as Barberton takes on Revere. So 0-0 in the 1st quarter. Talmadge and Aurora, like you said, good game. 13-7 Talmadge in the 2nd quarter.
Okay.
Minute 1 left to go here. And I got to think that Highland's probably going to be running the ball.
Yeah.
Kind of burn some time.
Alert's back in the game.
And he just proved me wrong. Wow. Big play there by number 24.
It's Johnny Silico again.
Silico. So we think they're going to run with 1 minute and 1, and they don't.
Really good ball there by Andrew Lertz.
Yeah.
Again, good play action. Got the defense flowing left. Boot action out back to the right. Finds a wide open.
The ball was caught at about the 103-yard line, just in case you're wondering. Just in case anybody's counting at home. 52 seconds, 42-0 here, Highland. And I understand why they did what they did now. 42-0 here. As we get ready to head into the 2nd half of things. In 52 seconds left to go in the 1st half. Right.
I'll take a second just to congratulate Coach Reynolds and our girls tennis program for winning a league title today, hosting the Suburban League American Conference League tournament. Just an outstanding job by that team. Each one of their girls was a 1st place finisher in conference.
Nice.
Today.
Wow. Impressive.
Just an outstanding job by these young ladies.
No, I think I heard you say they have rugby here. Now, I went to Hermitage High School in Virginia, and we did not have rugby, okay?
Yes.
We had a really good football team,
Okay.
but not none of that. And big stop there. Wow. By, slow to get up, number 42.
It's Tommy Shondell.
Nice play there.
Nice job by Tommy.
I went to Hermitage in Virginia. We had a really good football team for a long time. And as what happens with a lot of really good football teams, they went through a coaching change. Coach retired, and then they went 0-10 the following season.
Is that right?
They had some really good seasons, and you can imagine that 0-10 did not stand. Okay, that coach did not have a job for long.
Yeah, I can. Tough shoes to fill, though.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. When you've had a head coach for so long that's led you to state titles and, national ranked teams, and then all of a sudden you go 0-10, it's kind of a real slap. And
Jet action for Kent. Nice gain there.
the number 6, Parker D. Sadaki, and
We got a flag down, though. We got a hold on one of their receivers on the edge here.
Holding on the offense, number 68, 10-yard spot foul.
My apologies, that was on the tackle, the right tackle.
be the 5th penalty of the evening. For them, that's what, 15, 30, about 40 yards of penalties here tonight thus far.
Yeah, so we do have both boys and girls rugby here.
Okay.
Club sport, but
Still, it's
yeah,
a cool,
and
game.
there's a lot of these football players are involved in that program. They run 2 seasons, both the spring and the fall. Spring being their main season.
And
Kent is happy to kneel on this to end the half.
Yep. Right, so we're going to head to the half. Highland 42, Roosevelt 0, and before the band comes out here, it's been all Highland offense. Roosevelt's going to have to come back out and really show up with some defense to really have a chance in the second half.
Yeah, I think at this point for both of these teams, it's going to be about quality reps, getting some guys some opportunities, and make it a productive second half. I mean, the score is what the score is. I'm sure that Highland is going to come out with a lot of their second team guys, if you will, getting a lot of valuable reps in the second half and trying to build on what they're doing.
All right, Jay and I are going to take a break. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by North Gateway Tires. We watch the bands get ready to play. We'll see you back here in about 20 minutes as we take a look at the second half of tonight's game.
Second album. It was her first #1 single in the United States, and it's considered by Rolling Stone magazine to be one of the best songs of the 21st century. This is Falling in the Deep. This song while waiting for Beyonce to arrive at the recording session. Its YouTube video is one of the most watched videos of all time, with over 3.6 billion views. This is Counting Stars. The Cincinnati band Walk the Moon top charts around the world with their call to let go of whatever is bothering you. Get out of your head and into your body. Shut up and dance.
Released over 50 years ago in 1969. Here is I Want You Back.
And welcome back to the North Gateway Tire Stadium as the Highland Hornets taking on the Roosevelt Rough Riders here this evening. Jay Grissom alongside of Michael Carter. I guess I should have said that first. I'm Michael, he's Jay. And Jay, listen, man, it has been all the Highland Hornets here this evening. So we got about 2.5 minutes or so before we get things started. But Highland Hornets just really putting it together in the first half.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what Highland wanted to do tonight. Come out, make a statement, be sharp with everything they've done. No penalties. Have been sharp in every facet of the game. Their kickoff coverage has been really good tonight. The passing game has been sharp. The running game has been really good, and both offensively and defensively at the line of scrimmage have really owned everything they're doing.
All right, tonight's broadcast brought to you by North Gateway Tire of Medina, our family serving your family since 1979. We're able to grow with Medina over the years into a 27-bay full-service facility with over 100 years experience as a team. We strive to keep up with the needs of the community. For more information, visit northgatewaytire.com. As I'm scrolling through their website, lots of great tire deals. And let's see, a $40 off a complete brake work service. So make sure you visit their website, northgatewaytire.com. So the Hornets are going to get the ball here in the second half. The first half, while we talked about the Hornets offense, another big, problem for the Rough Riders has been penalties. That has been kind of the story of the game. They've got 5 to the Hornets 0, 3 false starts, an unnecessary roughness, and a holding, 40 yards in penalties. Yeah,
and that makes it so tough in a game like this where you're playing one of the better teams in the state in Division 1 or Division 2 football. That penalty yardage, either or giving first downs or putting yourself behind the downs, behind the sticks, if you will. You're just making it really tough on yourself. And, this is a game where I'm sure that they talked about how sharp they have to be with everything they do, and in that first half, it just didn't work out that way.
Talmadge and Aurora 27-21. A couple of scores from around the Suburban League here as we get ready to kick off the second half. Revere is down 13-0 in the third quarter, and we will play Revere next week for our homecoming game right here at North Gateway Tire Stadium.
Homecoming's always a good week, right?
Yeah.
It's always fun. It'll be an interesting matchup next week, so I'm sure Highland's excited to start cutting up the tape on that one and getting a game plan put together. But, just taking it 1 week at a time and got a couple big things coming down the pike here.
All right, with Highland up 42-0, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Jay, we will have a running clock during the second half of play here.
That is correct. So anything over 30 points after halftime, the clock will be running, with the exception of timeouts, injuries, and changes of possession, I believe is how it works.
Kind of like the equivalent of like the 10-run rule in baseball. That is out there. So. All right, we're going to get things started here. The Roosevelt Rough Riders going to kick things off from the 60-yard line. I'm just kidding, the 40-yard line. And we talked off the broadcast with our producers, and we were all laughing about it. I said, I'm just going to run with it the whole game. That's the best way to do it, right?
Got to laugh at yourself.
Right. All right, here. Let's see. Back for the Hornets, number 25.
It's Casey Miser.
And let's see, that's another 20 number. I can't really see who that is just by the way he's standing. So I have to wait and see who that is in the backfield. And the kick is up. In fact, it's going to go to number 25, Casey Miser. Picks the ball up at about the 12-yard line. Wow, what a run here. And stiff arm there, and he's taken out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Really nice return there, well blocked. And Casey's a freshman, and I'm sure that Coach Gibbons is really excited to see what he's going to bring to this program moving forward. He's been a big part of what the Hornets have done on special teams, and has gotten some opportunities in the backfield as well this year. So,
Casey Miser with the biggest run so far for either team on the kick return. 11:29 left in the third quarter. Clock begins to run. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. And Coach Gibbons probably telling his Hornet team, do not let up. You cannot, just kind of give back here, because you never know. Depending on what they come back with in the game, they could kind of make a little run at you here.
Yeah, and I think, too, this is, a lot of fresh faces on the field. I see Garrett Phillips out there. I see
Mason Pay is out there now as well.
Okay. So a lot of these guys getting opportunities. These are guys that are going to be playing hard right now. They get to play on a Friday night. These are guys that are going to be focused on what they're doing and trying to make a name for themselves a little bit. Janikis on the keeper.
That's a big run by Janikis. He's going to get in for the touchdown.
That's a really, really good read there. That's one of those read option plays where he's picking up that defensive end. Defensive end crashed down. Peyton kept it. And a lot of green space in front of him there. Finish that one off. 48-0 here as they will get ready to kick the field goal. And, again, defense has just been rough for the Rough Riders here tonight. They're just having some trouble stopping this Highland Hornets offense. And we talked about it a little bit before we went to the break at the half. It's not because they're doing anything crazy or tricky or anything like that. It's just normal football. No, you're right. And but I think most importantly, it's the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
I mean, what this offensive line has done, through 2+ quarters, really just sets the tone for everything that they've done.
Absolutely. All right, 10:33 left to go.
By the way, that was Carson Kwiatkowski with the extra point there.
Okay.
Nice to get another young man, sophomore kicker, getting a little bit of varsity action tonight.
All right, as we continue through this high school football event, kind of touch on some of our other team, some of our other big teams. Ohio State will take on the Wisconsin Badgers tomorrow. 3-0 Ohio State will take on Wisconsin, who always puts together a pretty good team. So that should be a pretty good matchup. 7:30 tomorrow night. Yeah,
that's I think it's safe to say the first big test of the year. I know Notre Dame has done what Notre Dame has done since the preseason number 5 ranking.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of feeling their way through things, but like you say, Wisconsin, you're going to face a really good offensive line, and that you're going to face a really good run attack. So it's going to be interesting to see this new defense from Ohio State tomorrow.
All right, ball picked up by John Smith and a host of Hornets there, but number 20.
It's Timmy Wallace again.
With the big one there.
Play.
We've called Timmy's number a bunch tonight.
Timmy's had an outstanding night for the Hornets, both in coverage, defensively, and on kickoffs.
Now this reminds me here, they're having to do a kick for every point down here, Jay. I was the mascot at our high school. We had to do push-ups every time. 49, it's getting up there, man.
Well, these ladies have their work cut out for I think they're happy about the running clock as well.
Thank goodness for no push-ups, because 49 would be a lot. You'd be doing probably close to 200 tonight, that's for sure.
Yes.
Right. Ball on the 24-yard line. There's a pass to, I believe it was number 8, taken down there by number 34 of the Hornets, Jason Sambor.
Garrett Phillips in on that tackle as well. Another sophomore getting a little action on a Friday night from the safety position.
Correction, that was number 68, Dom Ioso for the Rough Riders. He's 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line. They've come up with a couple of big passes like that throughout the game.
Yeah, they've actually popped a couple here in the last quarter or so and starting to find some space.
Quarterback keeper here taken down. Big stop there by
Jack Capitosto.
Yeah, that's who that was.
Number 6.
Big stop there.
Nice play there.
Take it back a couple of yards. It'll be about 3rd and about 4, I believe. 3rd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Jack played that really well. It's another one of those read plays where the quarterback's reading him, and Jack kind of slow played it, didn't give him a good read.
Yep.
When he decided to keep it, he was all over it to get the tackle for a loss there.
3rd and 4. This is a big drive for the Rough Riders. They have yet to convert on these big plays, so See what happens here. Handoff outside to John Smith, and he's going to be, that is close.
It was real close.
So that was Parker D. Sadaki. We've called him a lot tonight. John Smith is number 3.
Going to be a first down.
They are going to give it to him. So first down here for the Rough Riders. And I believe, I might be wrong, but I believe that might be the first time they've converted on third down.
I think that's correct.
Here tonight. So big third down there. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
See Dylan Borla now playing the Mike linebacker spot. Matthew Dean on the weak side. Jason Sambor playing that star position for the Hornets.
Sadaki in motion. Big pass here. Incomplete. Pass intended for number 22, Michael Bonanno.
Matthew Dean on the coverage there, trying to run a little wheel route up the sideline. Matt did a nice job reading that play and running stride for stride with him.
Right, 7:18 left here in the third quarter. Second and 10 at the 34-yard line. And the Highland Hornets defense really putting it together here this evening. Coach Gibbons has got to be extremely happy with his defense here this evening, especially after saying at the start of the season they kind of needed some time to grow. Not that they were bad, they just needed some time to kind of work together and mesh, and they've really put it together.
Yes, they sure have. And that one gets stacked up for a loss. Looked like Gary Reinecke in on that stop.
Number 22, Michael Bonanno with the carry. It's going to be 3rd and about, I think, 11 here. Crowd sticking around downstairs below us here. Nice crowd downstairs. And an incomplete pass, but Highland comes out. They really like to support their football program. They support all their programs, but fans sticking around here even though it's a kind of a lopsided game.
Well, you know, it's a nice night for football, right? So sometimes it's fun to see these other guys getting some opportunities here too.
Yeah.
It's Casey Miser going back deep to receive the kick here.
Kind of the stars of tomorrow that we talked about. Some of these guys, you know, JV and freshman guys who are getting some time to play in these kind of games, kind of get to show Coach Gibbons what they're all about.
Absolutely.
Right, Casey Miser going to catch the ball at about the 31.5-yard line. Nice block there by.
Really nice return.
Nice return by Miser, but that was a great block. But number 34, Jason Sambor, kind of laid him out there, man.
He did a nice job, too, making sure that was not a block in the back.
Yep.
Played it slow. Made that defender show him his numbers and squared him up for a nice block there to spring that return.
Right, the Hornets will take over at about the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Clock continuing to run here. And I think we're going to have a timeout maybe.
Roosevelt timeout.
Roosevelt timeout here with 5:21 to play in the third quarter. Something else we talked about a little bit ago, and kind of, again, off topic here, but, you know, kind of mix in some of our higher teams. The Cleveland Guardians, I saw a graph the other day. They are the youngest team in baseball. There's no doubt about it, but not just in batting or pitching, in both, and it's not even close.
Right.
It's amazing to kind of see them put together the season they are, and I know Terry Francona has got to be extremely happy with them.
Well, I think they keep him young too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, obviously I'm a baseball guy. I love watching baseball, and I've been glued to them all season, and actually have it up on my phone right now. But no, they play such a fun brand of baseball. I mean, they play good, sound defense. They pitch. They don't mind playing a little bit of small ball.
Yep.
You know, they run the bases aggressively. They steal bags. They just, and it puts a lot of pressure on teams. You know, this last week with those 2 series with the Twins and the White Sox, that's James Pleveris on the carry for Highland.
And a stop there by, and good sportsmanship there by number 30, Teddy Macaron, helping him up there.
The Guardians made a statement this week.
Yeah, they did.
And, really fun to watch that team play.
Yeah, they're going to be a fun team to watch over the next couple of years, and talk about a building kind of year with Jose Ramirez getting that big contract, as it is now 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line. Highland really going down the field here. Quarterback keeper.
Janikis found another crease.
Big run. He didn't go out of bounds, and he's going to score a touchdown. How did he stay in bounds? That was very nice.
It was. And when he gets in open space, he is a tough guy to get your hands on. Really nice run there by Peyton.
And Janikis with the score there. Help me out with this kicker's name. It's
Carson Kwiatkowski.
Okay. I was going to say, I'm looking at it going.
I say that like I know.
It was tough to say. I couldn't really tell. And another kick up good.
Knocks it through.
So
nice job by that young man.
With 4:33 left to go in the third quarter, Highland 56, Roosevelt nothing. And Roosevelt will pick up the football here. The Hornets continue to lay it on in the second half. Take a look at the scoreboard from Northeast Ohio. Lots of great games going on. Let's see here. Talmadge is up over Aurora 27-21. That's in the third quarter of play. And again, Revere is who we will play next week, and it is homecoming night here at Highland. Make sure to join us next week as we play at home. And Revere is down 13-0. Ravenna's up over Field 21-16. St. Ignatius up 21-6 over a team from Michigan coming into play.
Playing Michigan.
So
it's always good to beat people from Michigan.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. All right, kickoff coming here. Let's see what the Rough Riders are going to do. The kick is up. Nice kick here. Picked up by number 3, John Smith. No surprise there. And he is hit. Wow, taken down in the backfield by number 34. No surprise. No surprise. Jason Sambor.
What outstanding coverage there. You know, I mean, you hold him inside the 20. Really nice job there by the Hornets.
I don't think they've only gotten outside the 20 maybe once tonight. And the special teams, I mean, off the kickoff team, I mean, they are really getting downfield quickly.
Yes.
So that's a really nice thing to see as we continue through this season. All right, here, 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line, 3:55 to go in the third quarter.
Colton Faust, number 46, checked into the game, playing corner down on the close end here.
Quarterback hands up to number 16, Jaden Portis, who's going to be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Looks like they're going to give him a little forward progress there, maybe about the 21-yard line.
It's Matthew Dean and Colton Faust in on that tackle.
Right, Rough Riders bringing in number 15. That's Dylan Valenti. That's wide receiver. 2nd and 6 at the 21.
Jet sweep. Really well played there.
Nice play. As we continue.
Pick up that number.
Let's see.
I think that's Joey Zywick,
yeah,
number 16.
Yeah, Joey Zywick.
Really nice tackle there by Joey coming in from that safety position. I just love the way that these safeties and across the program, they just play so downhill. And they make plays at the line of scrimmage, and Joey made a really nice play there.
I mean, that's been the story of the game. I mean, they've really held the Rough Riders at the line of scrimmage. They're not making many big plays, and this is a big third down. I know I said that earlier, but they have to be able to convert here. Quarterback trying to find somebody open here. Not going to do it. It's going to get about a 4 or 5 yard gain there. Number 8, Matt McCann.
Nice job by the Hornets not getting a penalty on that. You know, you got a quarterback tiptoeing a sideline. That's an easy one to get an unnecessary roughness, but the Hornets did a nice job forcing him out without any illegal hits there.
All right, Casey Miser going to be back to catch the punt here. High snap. And the punt lands at about the 50 again. It's almost like in baseball where, you know, when the ground is too wet, it just kind of plugs. I mean, it just stopped there. There's just no give to the turf tonight.
A little backspin. Wish I could do that with my pitching wedge.
You and me both. I'll tell you, my golf game has not been great this year for that reason. Just, you know.
So Hornets take over.
It's at about the 49-yard line.
Looks like Josh Arvanites has taken over at quarterback here, our sophomore.
Let's see, near side for Casey Miser.
Garrett Phillips in the game in the slot, the F position, if you will.
At the end, I believe that's Logan Marquis. And we have a timeout for the Rough Riders. Second timeout. All right, so tonight's broadcast brought to you by North Gateway Tire, serving your family since 1979. For more information, visit northgatewaytire.com. Lots of great promotions, and if you're here on site, can actually win a set of tires down here. There's a QR code. They give away a bunch of sets of tires throughout the night. Great sponsorship that they provide.
Yeah, they've been a great partner to this district for a long time, and got their name on the stadium, and they're an involved Highland family.
Yep.
We very much thank them for their support and allowing us to provide this streaming. So,
thank you to those of you who are watching at home as well. Michael Carter alongside of Jay Grissom as we call the action here this evening, and a quarterback keeper.
It's going to be Josh Arvanites.
Taken down, I believe that was number 30, Teddy Macarone.
It's like a gain of about 13, maybe 14.
Also number 23, Carlito Britt there. A little slow to get up was Carlito Britt. First and 10 here.
About 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Casey Miser in the backfield now with Josh Arvanites.
And off to Miser.
Nice cut.
Got some room there to run down to the 20, 15, stiff arm, 10. He can't get taken down yet.
He is dragging defenders.
Finally down by number 9, Carson D. Sadaki. Wow.
You know, on that stretch play, you're just looking for a seam. You know, he gets the edge there, and he finds that crease. And nice job putting his foot in the ground, getting upfield. That is going to bring the quarter to a close.
It's going to be 56 Highland, Roosevelt nothing. It'll be 1st and 5 at the 5-yard line as we go into the fourth quarter of action here in Medina, Ohio. So Highland looking to go to 6-0 here. Again, they'll come back here next week to take on Revere. The rest of their schedule, you've got Cuyahoga Falls, Aurora, and Copley as they head into the playoffs. So a big chance, a big opportunity for them to potentially go undefeated. And like we talked about earlier, Coach Gibbons, you know, obviously taking one game at a time, but the playoffs have to be kind of in their sights.
Sure. I mean, you know, they're posting the weekly computer rankings, and everybody's keeping their eye on that, and where are you in the region and things like that. And you know, certainly at this point in time, fully expecting to host a playoff game.
Yep.
You know, it's obviously a lot of football left to be played, but Yeah, I'm sure that that's the goal. Is that they want to get a home playoff game there in that first round.
Now we will have coverage of the Revere game and the Copley game and potentially a playoff game that's still out in the works. But so we'll have live coverage for you right here on HLS.media in tonight's broadcast. And every broadcast brought to you by North Gateway Tire. Quarterback keeper, and he's going to score.
That is Dylan Borla, who checked in the game.
Nice run there by Dylan.
Another sophomore quarterback getting his first varsity action. And his first varsity touchdown.
First varsity touchdown. Congratulations, Dylan, on that. And that's got to be, there's a little bit of pressure there, but you want to be able to, come through. It's kind of like coming through AA, AAA, through the baseball ranks, right? You want to be able to get that first one out of the way.
Yeah, and I mean, regardless of what's on the scoreboard, it's your first time underneath these Friday night lights. So, it's Kwiatkowski's kick is up and good. But yeah, I mean, certainly, anytime you get that first taste, it's a nerve-wracking thing, But it's fun to see the guys be able to perform.
Right, 11:49 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, Highland looking to go to 6-0, 3-0 in the conference here this evening. So we continue to look at some of the scores from around the area. Aurora is down 27-21. We are actually tied with Aurora for first place in the conference. So this could be a big win for Talmadge if they can pull it off against Aurora here this evening.
Yeah, and like I said, we saw that Talmadge team a couple weeks ago. That is a talented football team over there. I had a feeling that was going to be a good one, and it looks like that's exactly what they got going on over there right now.
Talmadge is probably, if I had to guess, going to be one of the bigger kind of opponents as we head into the latter part of the season. They're 1-1 currently. Revere at 1-1 in the division. Barberton currently at 1-1 as well in the division. So we get ready to kick it off again. John Smith has seen a lot of action here tonight, so I would expect that he is probably going to catch the football. And I've tried to guess on a couple of these tonight and been wrong just about every time. So, folks, if you're keeping track at home, it's Highland 20 and Carter 0. But John Smith gets the football. There we go. He's going to take it inside the 26-yard line.
Run out of bounds there by Joey Zywick. Good kickoff coverage there again by the Hornets. No room to roam on that return there.
They're going to kick things off at about the 73-yard line. Got to have some fun here, right? They give the producers a little bit of a laugh. And as we continue through the game, first and 10 at the 27-yard line, 11:11 left to go in regulation here. And Rough Rider speeding it up a little bit. I like it. Trying to maybe knock the Hornets off on the defensive side a little bit. It's a big play there.
Big hit.
And
we
a
got a
fumble.
ball on the ground.
I believe the Hornets are saying it is theirs. And it is coming out of the pile there is number 50. That's Ryan Zywick.
I'll tell you what, I couldn't see who made that hit, but that was a big hit.
Yes.
Right on the football. Hornets take it right back.
No interceptions tonight. One turnover for each team. That's a fumble on each side. Big hit there. Here's some booing going on. I do not see a flag on the field. The booing is coming from the Highland side. I don't see a flag on the field, and Coach Gibbons kind of slowing things down a little bit here with 10:34 to play.
It's like Dylan Borla back at quarterback. He's got Jason Sambor in the backfield with him. Dylan keeps that one. Nice cut.
Here, brought down by Number 28 and number 30 of the defense, that is Teddy Macarone and Michael Shannon.
See number 81, Kyle Williams, in the game for Highland at one of the receiver positions. Nice seeing these guys that I watch every Saturday morning get an opportunity here.
Big second down here coming up, second and 4. Quarterback keeper once again down the middle. Look at this. And wow, knocked into the end zone by number 18, Landon Fabry, for another touchdown, and Landon is hurt.
And that was Josh Arvanites on the carry, getting his first varsity touchdown. These quarterbacks have had a night.
They have. The injury there to Landon Fabry, in case you didn't see it, he was trying to take down the quarterback Josh Arvanites there, and looked like kind of he just kind of ran like almost headfirst into his body there. Tough play there. We hope Josh is okay, as he is being tended to in the end zone by the training staff. It's good to see he'll stand up and walk off under his own power. That was a big tackle. He did knock, knocked Arvanites into the end zone there, but how about that big run up the middle?
Another nice read, made the right decision, pulled that ball, kept it.
Yep.
Nice little burst up the middle.
9:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter. So we're going to have another field goal attempt. And they are going to miss this one. First missed field goal of the evening. So we've got 9:30 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by North Gateway Tire. North Gateway Tire is Medina's tire shop. Our family serving your family since 1979. For more information, visit northgatewaytire.com. So, the Hornets, a commanding lead here. Again, going to take their record to 6-0, 3-0 in the conference.
Exactly what the doctor ordered.
That's exactly what it was.
Yep. So,
and we've talked about our schedule kind of coming up. The Rough Riders will play Aurora next week at home, Talmadge at home the following week. Then they will finish their season away at Revere in Cuyahoga Falls on October the 21st. So some big games coming up for them as well. That Talmadge game is going to be a tough one for the Rough Riders. We've talked about how good of a football team they are, and Aurora's proving to be a pretty decent football team as well. So some great football action to conclude the season. Kickoff coming here. And John Smith, the flex to number 6, Parker D. Sadowski, who breaks away here, gets to the 40, down to the 50, and is taken out at the 35-yard line.
Really nice return there. Looked like the Hornets just kind of got out of their lanes a little bit, and left a little crease there. Did a nice job finding a spot and using his speed, get up the sideline.
All right, Rough Riders here, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. This is the first time they've been in Hornets territory here this evening. They're going to try to pick up the pieces and score one here with 8:57 left to go in the fourth quarter. Gavin Peeps hands it off to number 30. That's Teddy Macarone. And there is a flag on the sidelines. A tackle there by number 29, I believe that is, 28 of Highland.
That's Garrett Phillips.
They flag on the play. It was a late flag. Let's see what it's going to be about here.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Highland.
It's a big penalty against Highland, and you can't let that happen.
No.
On first penalty of the game for Highland. Didn't really see what happened on the sideline there, but first call of the game for Highland. So that's going to bring him down to the 19-yard line, 8:22 to play.
First trip into the red zone.
Highland really working down the field here. Forget that penalty for a second, but Highland's really working down the, or excuse me, not Highland. The Rough Riders really working down the field here, playing good football here towards the end of the, middle part of the fourth quarter. Hand off there to number 16. Big hit there by, it's number 78 of the Hornets.
It's Ben Coyne.
Ben Coyne.
The sophomore getting some action tonight.
All right, 2nd and 5 here at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, now this defense, I'm sure that they got some teammates on the sideline trying to get them to preserve the shutout, right?
Right.
So a little bit of pressure on them here.
There's the snap. Nice throw.
Nice
and
coverage.
Big hit there by number 81 of
That's
Highland.
Kyle Williams. Really read that well, triggered on that. Got out there and made a nice stick for, it looks like a loss of 1 on the play maybe.
Number 43 with the catch there. That's, where'd he go? Nick Roberts. It's the 5'9" freshman for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Nick Roberts heads off the field after that play. Nice play by the freshman there. Get some playing time here this evening.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for Kent to get some guys on the field certainly as well. So,
all right, 4th and 6. Big 4th down here for the Rough Riders. Quarterback in trouble. Trying to figure out what to do, and he runs into a host of Hornets. Main tackler there is going to be number 78.
It's Ben Coyne. Nice job from his defensive tackle position there.
And just like you said, the defense holding strong.
I'm sure Coach Meyer's excited for those guys, our defensive coordinator. A little adversity on that. You give up the big return. You have the penalty on the sideline. You put them in a situation. But nice to see the young guys, be able to get that stop there.
And, for the Rough Riders, you've got to be able to convert in situations like that. Big penalty down there at the end. You got to put together a scoring drive, and fortunately just did not have it. All right. So as they come back onto the field, Ben Coyne going to step out for the offense here as well. Let's see. Number 19, Josh Arvantes, correct?
Arvanides,
there you go.
That was close.
All right, big running play here by number 23.
That's Matthew Dean.
Matthew Dean with a big play there. 2nd and 6 on the 19-yard line. Coming into the game now, number 18, Dylan Borla, sophomore, 5'11", 175.
Being patient with the clock here now.
Absolutely. Ball is snapped. Going to be handed off to.
It's Matt Dean again.
Matt Dean again, taken down by number 15, Dylan Valenti, and number 30, Teddy Macaron. We've called his number a bunch tonight.
Yeah, he's had a nice game.
Teddy Macaron, good defensive, great offensive player too.
Yes.
been a big part of their defense here tonight.
Nice tough run there. Way to finish that one off by Matthew.
All right, first and 10 at the 34-yard line. Running play there. Kept by number 23. That's Matthew Dean again. All right, so Talmadge is up over Aurora 30-21.
Got a good game
in the
going
fourth
on
quarter.
over there.
So a great game going on over there. Let's take a look at the Revere score as well. Again, we will play Revere next week. They are down 13-0 over Barberton in the third quarter. So Barberton making some work at Revere. There's still plenty of time left, though. Third quarter to go there.
Big bounce back game for Barberton after Highland went over there last week and got the big win.
Right, running play here down the sideline, 45-40, and take it out of bounds at about the 37-ish, 38-yard line.
James Pleverus on the carry there. Nice carry coming off the left side.
Let's see. I believe Cuyahoga Falls is also playing tonight. They were down earlier this evening. Take a look for their score here as well. They're another district rival. Here we go, Cuyahoga Falls. Copley, 41. Cuyahoga Falls, nothing in the third quarter. So big game there for Copley, who's putting together a nice season.
Well, they can definitely score some points.
Both 0-2 heading in, in the division heading into that. And quarterback Neal here.
I think that Hornets are in a situation where they do not need to run another offensive play, take a couple knees, shake hands, and
move on. It'll be 3-0 in the district for Highland, 6-0 on the season. Leading up to tonight's game, points for 62, points against 7. I mean, it's tough to argue with that. It's going into their next game, at least it's going to be 121-7. That's difficult to kind of digest if you're their opponents coming up.
Yes. I mean, just the defense, the defense that this group has put together has just dominated games, week in and week out, and then offensively, I feel like they're getting better every week. Starting to find their stride a little bit,
and I should mention that's in conference play.
Yeah.
For the full season, they've only allowed 33 points. Right. I mean, just amazing work.
And I believe about 20 of those were week 1 against Berea Mid-Park.
They were. Yep.
So, the growth has been and that's why you're getting a number 3 ranking in the state in Division II is this defense has shown to be able to dominate games.
So they're going to take a delay of game penalty there. Second penalty for the Hornets. Aurora going into tonight was second in the division. They were tied with us at 2-0. So we will see how that kind of shakes out. Again, they are losing to Talmadge at this point. 30-21 in the fourth quarter. I don't know how much time is left, but Talmadge trying to put away Aurora. So if they can do that, that will give number 1 in the conference to the Hornets. So they take another knee here. And Roosevelt will take a timeout. He did not call a timeout. I thought he called a timeout.
I would hope that they're not taking a timeout.
That's what I thought he said, but apparently not. So they're going to come out and shake hands. And, Jay, the call of the game here was the offense by the Hornets and some big penalties by the Rough Riders.
Yeah, it's, another dominant performance by the defense and, just too many mistakes on that side of the field, and the Hornets took advantage of it and were able to finish this thing off in the exact fashion that they were hoping to.
As the teams come out and shake hands, final score here this evening, Highland 69, Roosevelt 0. We look forward to next week. It is homecoming here in Medina, Ohio, as they will take on Revere next week. Then they'll have Cuyahoga Falls, Aurora, and Copley to kind of finish out the season. So lots to look forward to as we come to a close here at the end of the season.
Yeah, the important games are left in front of you now, right? So I'm sure they're excited about this win, but bigger things coming down the road here for the Hornets for sure.
All right, once again, tonight's contest brought to you by North Gateway Tire of Medina. For more information, visit northgatewaytire.com. Well, Jay, it's been fun calling the game here with you, and hopefully we'll be back working together in a couple weeks.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to pinch hit for you here.
Awesome.
I enjoyed it.
Well, it was a great night for football. For Jay Grissom, I'm Michael Carter. Thanks so much for joining us here this evening, where the Highland Hornets rout Roosevelt 69-0. We'll see you back here next week as we take on Revere for homecoming. Have a great night, everybody.